about pride and glory, singing in the rain here. Maybe it will not be raining. I found this film good, if not exceptional. Although I must say that the Metascore on the International Movie Database site is modest, perhaps less than that. It's rated on average at 45 out of 100, which means critics, the important ones, have not been satisfied with it. And in passing, we can say about that first, that they may be right. I mean, we're talking of, if not the creme de la creme, we're near that. The relevant critics. I don't know what they selected this time. I didn't check. You can, but it could be very well Washington Post, Variety, New York Times. So people with weight and with a relevant opinion. Now, having said that, and although the film is a bit longer than maybe it should be at 130 minutes, it is a drama that is worth watching. More so than quite a few of the productions we've had until recently. With the pandemic, we'll have to see what is left. Hopefully not all the cartoon series, and that's it. Known to produce to make money. I'm hearing Avatar, a few sequels, if not three or at least two, are being filmed. I think in New Zealand, or they stop for the pandemic and they come back. They already did, maybe. So Edward Norton is Ray. I'd say the main character. There's also his brother-in-law, played by Colin Farrell. Good, but not over the top in this feature. Edward Norton, as always, wonderful. There's with John Voight, but with him now, we have in mind, I guess, classics. Midnight Cowboy, evidently. Coming Home with Jane Fonda, and a few others. But then there's also the idea that this fool, as a man, is an ardent supporter of Trump. So with that, whenever I see his face on a screen now, I can't help but think of the man mixed, interposed on the actor, or something like that. And he's the father of Ray in the movie, who is in trouble at one point. We're familiar with the corruption. Indeed, this film is interesting to look into for the glimpse it offers inside the workings of the police department. Now that there have been so many protests, manifestations around the world, not just in the US, after the death of Roger Floyd, and that man in Atlanta was running. So he was shot in the back. And so this is, as I said, a look at the workings of the police department. There's the corrupt officer, played by Colin Farrell. He's taking money, and he's in a conflict with the ghouls, the thugs, with whom he worked. I mean, he didn't deliver what he said, so the storyline is complicated. It's not for the 5 minutes, it's 430 minutes. That's what the filmmakers thought anyway. So we're not, and it's irrelevant to get into the workings of that here and now for the audience of one that we have. aside from that, Ray, aka Edward Norton, finds the tracks that eventually lead to the truth. The fact that 4 policemen have been killed because of their corrupt colleagues, mainly. There's the other side involved, too, the villains. Termina. Shootings might take place here. We have a gun to fight it between ourselves. So if we have to fight, we'll just. The explanation is already here, finished. It reminds me of a film which was also on a program on a TV channel somewhere. Internal Affairs, where we have the bad cop Richard Gere was there, who was a vicious killer. That's Colin Farrell now, but the character of Colin Farrell goes as far as to shoot the witness who could bring him down, let's say, and say that it was Ray who did it. Ray found them. They took there's a group of 3, so he's in shock. They take the gun from Ray, and they. But let's not get into all the details, and stop here and say that the film is nice, not thrilling, but nice.